Crockett out of Texas for 5 minutes of questions.
Thank you, Chairman. And thank you to all the witnesses today for your time. Let me be clear, my colleagues and I stand united against efforts to take food away from veterans, children, families, or any vulnerable American in the Farm Bill or in any other legislation. Any cuts to these life-saving benefits would disproportionately affect the folks who make up the majority of my district, which is Black and Latino Americans. Any cuts would be borne most severely by these same communities, which are significantly more likely to go hungry due to years of systemic disinvestment. In 2021, Black seniors were nearly 4 times as likely, and Latino seniors were 3 times as likely to experience food insecurity. That is why SNAP is so important to the 100,000 seniors in my district, which is over 40% African American and over a third Latino. Statewide, SNAP is critical to more than 3.2 million Texans who depend on it to put food on their tables each month. And let me pause here. I haven't been here for the entire hearing, but we do know we're talking about $6 a day. I just want to make sure that those at home recognize that we're not talking about a lot of money. I know that there was a lot of talk about how much money. And as we recently had our conversations as it relates to the debt ceiling, there was an increase in defense. And so we decided that we were going to cut $6 a day. I don't know how you balance any budget whatsoever off of that, but I did need to interject that we felt like that was really where all the fat was trying to feed hungry people in this country to the tune of $6 a day. And I can't buy a sandwich for $6, but nevertheless. With this includes close to 400,000 elderly adults and over 1.8 million children. In my district, over 45,000 households use SNAP in 2021. That is 16% of the households in my district. But what's most concerning is that only 36% of SNAP-eligible seniors actually participate in the program, far below the national average of about 50%. So instead of talking about kicking people off the program, we should be focused on improving SNAP accessibility. In my home state of Texas, seniors are losing access to, or sometimes never even receiving, these crucial benefits due to difficulties they face in accessing the internet, navigating complicated applications, and dealing with onerous recertifications, even though their income hasn't changed. But we aren't doing anything about that. Instead of pursuing made-up problems with policies we know don't work, like time-limiting benefits, we should be working on how to modernize SNAP to solve the problems of our constituents that they're actually facing. In fact, I got another plug right here. I had an opportunity to visit with a number of the food banks in my district that have talked about how we have modernized in this country. I use Uber Eats all the time. People use DoorDash. They use all of these different things. And so I know DoorDash was actually one of those companies who had agreed to deliver boxes of food to seniors, but because of the bureaucracy and the paperwork, if they weren't there to physically sign for the food, then the DoorDash delivery could not leave the food for them because they can't go about kind of just doing it on an app like many of us in this country do. So it is time for us to catch up with the times. Ms. Brown, I was incredibly interested to read your testimony about Minnesota's benefits application portal, which has improved application times from over an hour on the previous paper version to about 13 minutes on average. Can you tell us more about the process for developing and launching MN benefits?
Yes, I can. Thank you for the question. So we partnered with Code for America, who was able to provide resources to us free of charge. And they worked with our IT systems to really look at what are the necessary questions we were asking and how could we utilize technology to really streamline the process behind the scenes and not on the backs of the individuals who are applying for the program. And so with that, we've had incredible success. People are incredibly happy with the length of time that they can, go through the application. And furthermore, they can do it at all hours of the day. In the traditional model, if you're open from 8 to 5, if you work different hours, it was really difficult for people to get to the social service office. So